The Ukrainian authorities are developing evacuation routes for the residents of the temporarily occupied Crimea who wish to leave the peninsula for the period of deoccupation. This was announced on Tuesday, August 30th, an advisor to the head of the office of the President Mikhail Podolyak. It is clear that for Ukraine, the life of the citizens is an unconditional priority. Therefore, we are already developing evacuation routes for residents of the occupied Crimea who wish to leave the peninsula for the period of active deoccupation. In the meantime, we ask everyone to stay away from military facilities and check shelters, he wrote on Twitter. Recall, on August 29th, the armed forces of Ukraine began offensive operations in many directions in the south of the country. The Ukrainian military destroyed almost all large bridges in the Kherson region for the transfer of military equipment. Only crosswalks remained. The Russians are exporting new crops from the occupied territories of southern Ukraine. A highway to the occupied Crimea is filled with trucks with looted goods from the Ukrainians. This was reported by RIA Melitopol. The publication notes that from the first days of the occupation, the Russian invaders began to loot the south of Ukraine. From the Melitopol district in the direction of the Crimea there were columns of cars loaded with grain. In the direction of Melitopol only single cars are going, but there is no way to get to the peninsula quickly. The highway is filled with trucks, stuffed to the top with stolen grain in Melitopol, Berdyansk, and Vasilyevsk districts, the report says. Journalists also note that such a picture is observed daily on the Crimean highway. The occupants take out already new crops, bought up for next to nothing from local farmers. Many of them abandon their fields because they see no point in harvesting the crops. Russian occupation troops shelled residential areas of the Shevchenkivsky district of Kharkiv. This is reported by the press service of the prosecutor's office. Thus, at about 10 a.m. Russian troops once again shelled residential areas of Kharkiv. Shevchenkivsky district came under fire. A number of houses and cars, a kindergarten and a recreation park were damaged. As a result of the shelling, 4 people were killed and 11 more were wounded. Preliminarily, the shelling was carried out from an artillery unit, the prosecutor's office added.